Hey EPLN, it is July 10th, 2021. The time is 4:51 in the morning, and I am waiting for a special guest here for Fresh Air at 5. We'll catch up with them in a moment, and we're going to get on our walk, and we're going to record and listen to some podcasts and do some reflection. Talk to you soon.
Hey, what's up, Teachers on Fire? I'm here with Brian Carpenter. We are listening to Lindsay Titus, and this is Fresh Air at 5. I think it's like 4:59. Okay, here's Lindsay.
My passion where, yes, I loved being a teacher and I played teacher, but somehow it came to me so easily, and with the gift of having that job and the experience, so, in university, I was like, no problem, I'm going to be a grade 1 teacher in Peel and live in Mississauga.
My phone, I have one in a journal, because on those days where you are kind of like down in the dumps, you're just like, oh my gosh, this isn't working, you now have a tool to go look at. Okay, what's something I can do other than sulk and complain and vent? What can I do that's going to serve me, that's going to get me excited about it, and what can I do that's going to...
This is why I am saying what I'm saying, or responding the way I'm responding, even though you may have that cheering sky behind you saying, yay, good job.
All right, so this is my guest on my walk this morning, Tim Cavey, Mr. Teachers on Fire himself. And
That's right, in the house.
In the house. And so as we're walking along this morning, we listened to episode 74 of Define University podcast with Lindsay Titus. And she had guests on Nilmini Ratwada Henstridge. And they were
Teachers on Fire. It's me, Tim Cavey, coming to you with my friend Brian Carpenter. Hey, say what's up, Brian. Okay, Brian's busy with the podcast, but we are queuing up podcast number 2 on our Fresh Air at 5 walk this morning. Okay, and let me tell you, Brian does not fool around with the walking. He keeps me moving. So we are queuing up podcast number 2, which is going to be from our friend George Kouros. Bring it on, guys. We look forward to hearing from the two of you.
But if we've been in this career a little while, we should be going to those people, making them feel comfortable, right? Especially if we have with the share, because I never even had a chance.
talking about Nilmini's journey into education, from being a young child, having her classroom in her bedroom with her stuffies, all the way until she got to high school, when she'd moved to Canada and had her world turn upside down, and she started working in the preschool nearby as a substitute teacher at lunchtime. And that was fantastic, Nilmini, to hear your story, and thank you for sharing your story. One thing that I picked up, and I'll ask Tim this in a moment here, one thing that I picked up out of this is about finding joy in your daily. That daily joy. What excites you about your daily? There might be hard things you got to go through in your daily, but what brings you joy? And what keeps you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, wakes you up excited about starting another day? Tim, your thoughts?
Yeah, a couple of ideas and takeaways. Thank you, Nilmini and Lindsay, for an awesome conversation. A couple of ideas. One, Nilmini said her mission is to make connections with students that help them understand their potential. And she actually gave a really practical tip there. She said, look for one connecting point with each student each term, something that you can use to build that relationship, and also something that you can use to integrate into your lessons. So I thought that's a really measurable goal to aim for every teacher. And yeah, you took a couple of my points. We were blown away, Nilmini, by your journey. Just as a kid, she talked about taking notes, from at least mental notes, maybe journal notes, from teachers that she had. All right, Brian, we are coming to the end of our Fresh Air at 5. Thank you for joining me, my man. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling great. It's been great to get out on Saturday morning. I don't normally get out for a walk early on Saturday mornings, but Tim came out and, we had to go for a walk. So,
all right,
fabulous. Enjoyed it. Listened to a couple podcasts, and now it's time to sit down and have a cup of coffee.
How much did I slow you down this morning?
Barely. Let's see, what's the time? We're at 67 minutes. I'm usually doing this in about 62 minutes, so it's all good.
All right, I'm down, but here's a view as we say goodbye this morning. Thanks for coming along. If you've watched this far in our stories, we had a lot of fun doing this, and I can now say I was officially part of the Brian Carpenter Fresh Air at 5 in Abbotsford. Peace out, everyone. Have a great Saturday.